Smart Sound. Smart Sound.
Mr. Aqib Javed, Mr. Mudassar Nazar, Chandresh, my colleagues from Wisdom and ISM, and Rohit, and the Cubs from the desert. Thank you so much for being with us today. And from Arena Sports, Navneet Sharma, Neeraj, Rajesh, and the rest of the team members. A big thank you to Anup from ICC Academy for arranging everything that you see over here today.
The topic that we have is obviously what next after T20. So I would just request the panelists to just come on the stage. Professor Shetty first. Faisal sir. Madipa and Aqib Bhai. We'll try and keep it as simple and informal as possible. We'll first start off with each of the panelists just giving their initial thoughts on the topic, on where they see cricket progressing from here, in terms of whether it goes to being a T10 format, whether it be one-day cricket regains its popularity or becomes the #1 sport again. We'll just get some initial thoughts from the panelists and then we can build on from there. If you could start.
Thank you, Chandresh. I don't think anyone could imagine back in 2004, 5, 6, 7 what an impact T20 will make to not only cricket but in the sporting industry. It's actually opened up an entire new regime, so to say, and it has thrown up a number of challenges, good challenges. It has thrown up a number of innovations. It's opened up, I would say, a completely new market.
Good morning to all of you. I think, Chandresh, it's a fact, as far as I'm concerned, I think these three formats will remain as they are. All the three formats are contributing in their own way. And I don't think cricket going down to T10 or the other various discussions which people have. I think we are stabilized at these formats now. When the one-day game started, people thought that Test match is the end of Test matches. It didn't happen. Test matches became more attractive, result-oriented. T20 has added the flavor in terms of the fielding standards that went up highly in the last few years.
I'd like to echo what Professor Saab is saying there. T20 cricket has been around for a long time. It might have surfaced internationally more recently, but if you look at what has happened in north of England, was the past, God knows, 100 years. There's been 2020 league going on there. We had 6-a-side format, again, a very, very old format. Has it taken up? I disagree with Joe Mungus to say that this is the end of Test cricket. There's room for all three formats. And what 2020 has done is it's a great tool to introduce cricket to youngsters, in the countries where cricket is not played. It's a fantastic tool, and let's just develop it and enhance it further. And it has brought, what it does is also take the inhibition away from the batsman. Fear of failure, of getting out, people are branching out, so, and it's become more attractive.
I think all the three formats has their own say and qualities there. If you see T20, I think it's brought a lot of youngsters into the grounds. This is the format you can take to the country which have just wanted to start cricket. Just imagine in UAE, I think the 90% cricket which played club cricket level is all T20. You can't compare with the Test cricket, but at the same time, it's a game, and people love it. And I think at the top level, we need to control this T20 comparative to ODIs and Test matches. We need to be very careful. Don't put so much emphasis. Don't, we're getting into a mood where we want to get as quickly as possible from T20.
Just a bit of comparison with the T20Is. I know the professors have already mentioned that ICC limits the number of T20s you can play in a bilateral series, but it still shows that ODI format is still a stronger format when it comes to bilateral series.
Yes, certainly. I think the ODI format brings in a lot of competitive spirit in the teams and has a good following as compared to T20, which is a one-off game in a bilateral series.
Looking ahead to ICC Cricket World Cup 2015, there are going to be a lot of challenges in the Indian market considering timings that we have mentioned one.
To start the session, we'll just get the panelists to make initial comments about the topic. The topic being cricket's emerging fields. Where do you see cricket going? Which countries in the future? Which region do you see cricket being the next big growth factor after the subcontinent? To start off with you, Tim, where do you see cricket going next in terms of growth?
I suppose in terms of countries, apart from those two regions in particular, places like Ireland, people would be aware have done a lot in recent years over the last decade to build a pretty impressive cricket system, which now puts them in ICC major events and competing quite well. Afghanistan is certainly coming through the ranks in a similar vein, and there's a lot of cricket in and around Afghanistan. People have a perception possibly that the Afghan team is just, they're from Pakistan. A lot of them, the older players now were brought up in and around some camps near Peshawar, but they are all Afghans, all the young guys are Afghans, and they're a really exciting story. Nepal is also an exciting opportunity for cricket. Lots of terrific talent there. They probably, although we've known about them for quite a long time, they were born on the international stage, I guess, in the recent ICC World 2020. So,
I would think that a lot of these regions, Nepal, North America, more here. I think Oman, is one place where apparently they're playing some cricket as well. China, like I said, these kind of places, and Papua New Guinea, in fact, was one very interesting one. I think these kind of countries. I think the question more than where it might emerge is in what shape the development of the game emerges there. Whether it's whether even we want them to sort of play first class cricket of some kind. Do we want them to play multiple day cricket? Do we want them just to play T20 and one day cricket? I mean, T20 is great in that sense.
The difference between fair and efficient, that you talk about formats as well, it was an interesting point, because you know, cricket I think is one sport that's got three legitimate formats in the international game. One goes 5 days, one goes 1 day, and one goes 3 hours, or drifting a bit longer than that at the moment. But and one of the questions is, do we look at something shorter than that? Can we manage another format? But on the other hand, we're a sport, and the contest within the balance within the sport of cricket. You know, you are going to get to a point where time is becomes too constrained, that you're actually losing a lot of the ingredients of what makes cricket a good sporting contest, and that people actually enjoy the sport rather than just a bit of a crash and bang and let's go home, my time's up sort of thing. So.
Thank you all for sparing time and coming here and giving us the opportunity on behalf of ISM and Wisdom. Wisdom has been very kind partners for us through this initiative, and we hope to have a long partnership with them to take these programs in the Middle East and all around this UAE. Thank you very much for coming and sparing this.